Hello, all my fellow knights, Vikings, samurai, and Willen. What do you know? Double upload for today, as now I'm going to do Spartan, the brutal ox for my hunters. Now, what my attempt is to this one is I've got another sort of story that's kind of I was thinking would be too similar to it, so I'm gonna hopefully that this doesn't make him too much of a copy. So I'm hoping this is a bit like I hope it still sounds good to you when I'm sharing it. But anyways. So here's how it works. This is the story of Spartan, and the title is what I'll get to in a minute, okay? So, Spartan was just a normal bull, okay? And, like, you know how, like, you have animals in the wild, okay? Well, here's the thing. In this world, certain animals contain a gene that makes them more human as they get older. I know it sounds weird, but let's just say that's how it works, okay? And as they grow, okay, they become more human intelligent and they actually begin walking on their hind legs if they don't do already, and basically being a humanoid. This is how Spartan works, okay? So basically, his family's doing everything. They're enjoying themselves out in like their natural habitat, the savannah, I believe. But the government decided to capture a couple of them. These animals that contain the gene only have a small amount do, and while Riddles was basically running away, he looked back and noticed that his family was basically being slaughtered by pretty much every pretty much every soldier that was there. They were capturing them, looking to see if they had the gene. The only problem is the way they test to see if they have the gene basically kills them if they don't have it. It's an insurance to make sure they don't have to catch them again, pretty much. But Relos watches his entire family get murdered. His parents and his brother. I know this sounds a little bit weird from a perspective outside of like normal animal things, but like just roll with me on it, okay? So he watches the entire family get killed and enter his brutal mode. So basically, he gets an insane amount of anger and he goes into hiding. He finds a way to train himself, and pretty much it's just a sort of case. He trains, builds up his strength, and here's the thing: he has no remorse for anything. He's like Kratos; he just kills. He has no moral code or anything. He's just killing for the sake of it because he wants to. He's gonna get revenge on the government pretty much that murdered his family. And when I say he's brutal, I mean he's really brutal. Like he will literally beat a guy to the ground unconscious, and just to make sure he's down, he will stomp him until he doesn't even move anymore. He would stomp him until he's not even breathing. Now you may ask, how does this make him a hero? Well, here's the thing. He becomes a hero for basically exposing the government, one of the parts of the government that basically organizes this animal human gene experiment thing, and he gets out and basically decides to expose them. Now I'm not going to say how he exposes them or how he eventually gets to exposing them, but I'm hoping that this basic idea doesn't make it sound too awful and it still eventually works at some point. Now, he's probably one of the only hunters that doesn't really have a weapon per se. And the reason for that is because not only does he use his fists and, well, he has fists, yeah, I should mention that. Not only does he use his fists, but he also has bracers on around his legs, which give him an extra kick to his kicks, pardon the pun. And basically this makes him amplified, but he also charges. He pretty much just will go through everything with his charging. He will leave nothing in his wake. And he has super powered horns. He can basically amplify him and give him extra strength when he's charging, but only for like a short period of time. Design, very simple, bog standards like ox, just with less hair. He walks on his hind legs and his horns are silver, but he also has rings around his nose. Hopefully the full description of him will be in the description. But anyways, that's all for now. Leave a like and subscribe if you haven't already, and this is Nebula, out. Next up I will be doing Nightshade, so stand by for that sometime soon. Goodbye.